Football League, presented by EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Washington football team and the London Monarchs. Taking it about the 1. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Antonio Gibson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
First down, Washington.
A carry for Gibson. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy. And that's what they're doing early in this game.
15 yards the pickup. First down, Washington.
I don't mean to jump in on you, partner, but they didn't waste any time getting downfield, did they? I mean, a nice big play there.
3 plays, 3 successful plays in plus territory. Now this defense on its heels a bit.
It seems like they had something targeted there, doesn't it? It's like, okay, we've got a matchup we like coming right out of the gate. Let's go ahead and get right to it.
And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Boy, the run on first down, a disaster as he's tackled well behind the line of scrimmage.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On second and 15 now. Fields. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, it certainly looked to me like he tapped into the quarterback's thought process there. And what I'm hearing more and more when I go around the league, defenders sitting in on quarterback meetings trying to learn more about how they think so they can be in the right position, to be in the right spot, as he was there to pick that one off and take it all the way back for a touchdown.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. We'll see a return here from the end zone. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
First down,
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about the...
Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Caleb Farley. 20! And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be... Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Myles Garrett able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, you're already up a couple of scores here in the first half defensively, and Charles, they just seem to be playing really free on that side of the football.
I love the observation because with that type of a lead, they felt like they can take a few more chances and be even more aggressive, and it's been paying off for them so far this game.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off at the 46. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
They'll run for the first time with Travis Etienne.
Call that a gain of 11.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. 13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Chase Claypool, the intended target.
And now it's second down.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown! A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Monarchs are able to stretch out their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. 3-5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start. Is certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. CD, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here because to me, this ship is about ready to pull out of port. These next couple of games are absolute must-wins for them. Now, if they can win a couple, get to 5-5, maybe they start believing in themselves. But a loss here, that would move them to 3-6. And if that's the case, well, that boat is going to head out to the harbor.
Here's a diving catch right side. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. A play fake, now Fields to throw. And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. Washington with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On 2nd down, here's Gibson again. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson with touchdown number 8 on the year. And Washington able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that cuts this lead down to 13. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
Well, it certainly is because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merritt. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays just as what we saw A free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they gave up the pick 6. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. That's Daron Payne with a sack that time.
He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options. And while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage. Well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
Second and 15. Sliding out of the pocket. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Now a throw here, hauled in. 7 yards, the pickup there.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Have a great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal. They'll certainly have the green light here.
Got a man, it's Darren Waller. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So first and 10 now from the 30.
Here's Fields.
Flushed out right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Looking to throw again on second down.
Fields to the right side, incomplete to Atwell.
And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
To throw is Fields.
And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the third row.
To throw once more on second and 10.
Fields.
This is caught.
Touchdown, Washington.
Darren Waller as the first half is winding down.
And Washington has tied the ball game with the extra point still to come.
CD for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive, as they'll take over with just 13 seconds to go before the break. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. He'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And, Charles, they trail here, though not really the fault of this offense.
No, they certainly did their part in the first half. But when you're in a shootout like this, you definitely want your defense to play better, but you know that's out of your control. All you can do, keep putting points on the scoreboard and keep giving your defense opportunities to make stops.
2nd and 5. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
They'll try and run for the first with Sermon. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. It's a quarterback sneak. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Able to hit his target, Claypool. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And he's got his big tight end here. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He completes it to Beckham. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
A shotgun snap and a give to Etienne.
He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up a screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late. And that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. That is caught inside the 5. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Back to throw. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. Deron Payne able to record his 5th sack of the season. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. They'll set up a throw.
He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne.
Touchdown! Travis Etienne with touchdown number 7 on the year.
And the Monarchs are able to move back in front.
So the call's made by Sean McVay. They're going to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And he will find the end zone here, and the lead moves up to 7. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense, that's 2 points for them. But
looking up into the lights, and he muffs it.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time. Taking it right down Broadway. 30. Past the 20. Touchdown, Washington.
Antonio Gibson.
His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year.
And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And that will tie our game here in the 3rd. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Now Etienne to start the drive.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. Chase Claypool, the intended target.
3rd down here. They're going to look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
That's caught by McMahon.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Back to throw again. Escaping the pressure right.
He'll find ETN out of the backfield.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
A give, running right, ETN.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. He'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Trayvon Merrick.
He's at the 50, the 30, the 20.
And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown.
In a tie game fourth quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations type of plays they like to run, read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And can they regroup? That's the question. The pick 6 hurt, no doubt, but this is still a one-score game here in the fourth.
After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now back to throw.
Open man is McMahon.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 more yards for him there. It's a first down. They'll look to throw again. And his throw is incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll set up to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back.
They face a critical third down now, needing a score here in the late going. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 22-yard line. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards. They'll look to throw. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens in bounds.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Back to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. They'll run here with Gibson. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. On 2nd down, a run with Gibson. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. On 3rd down, here's Gibson. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the first. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Oh, boy, he fielded it right on the goal line. And he's going to be out of bounds up past the 5. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. He's back to throw. Flushed out right. Going to throw right side here, complete. And quickly another first down, but tackled inbound. Going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Washington, it's an important win for their postseason hopes as they at least get back to 4-5. And now it's off to Heathrow as they get set to fly back to the U.S. in a couple hours. Meanwhile, for the home team here, it's a bit of a setback as they drop to 6-4 now. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road.